Hey, I'm Dean, and this is Legacy Voyage. In season one, I'm documenting my journey to earning my first 100K net worth as a full-time college student. Join me as I share some of the lessons I learned along the way. The other day, I got off the phone with Lawrence Kim. He really opened my mind to the possibilities that I could have been wrong about a lot of stuff, and he broke a lot of my previous false beliefs. If you don't know him, he's a business strategy consultant down in Hawaii, in Oahu. He has the Oahu Genius, I think is his name, is his business's name, and he works with companies to deliver massive results. That was basically the the selling point that he gave. And I got off the phone with him. He was honestly super helpful. I connected to him through LinkedIn. Then he gave me his number and I just hit him up just to ask him any advice, any insights he could give to a young person like me, and he really delivered a lot and gave a lot of value. So I'm gonna just try to go over it in this podcast episode. One of the things he said is to always deliver massive results. Always under promise and over deliver. Because once you deliver and once you fulfill your promises, then these people will go out and they'll build your name, they'll build your brand, they'll get you more customers. And then he also talked about how it's super important to sound confident and to be really sure of your prices and your worth and your value that you're bringing to a company. One of the questions he asked me was, Dean, what are you doing now? What's your prices? How much does it cost to work with you? And I was like, man, I don't know. I'm kind of working for free, trying to just do some stuff. And then he was like, bro, you got to sound more confident. So the way Lawrence does it is he told me his pitch. He was like, it costs 15,000 to work with me up front. I'm gonna go to your business, learn everything I can, work with your people, and then in those 3 months, after I deliver my massive results that I'm gonna get you, then we can negotiate prices. It might be higher, it might be lower, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get you're gonna get all the benefits. And that was something that I really took away was that I have to get more confidence. And I think the way I get more confidence is I got to deliver results for Coach V and Mana Ecom. Because if I can't deliver results there, then I shouldn't be trying to go around and getting a whole bunch more customers or more clients that I probably won't be able to deliver either. And then one of the big lessons that I learned was that I gotta stop fanboying over Russell Brunson and Alex Hormozy and all these other fools that I'm looking up to because fanboys do not get to that level because we put these people up on pedestals that we stop seeing the fact that they're humans, that they're human beings, and that they're a real person. So one of the first things I got to do is see them, is humanize these people. Go out, meet them in person, talk to them, and then after I meet them and talk to them, then I can form my opinion about them. But it's super important, and this is what he said. Don't think of anyone as a hero, turn them into a peer. And that blew my mind. I was like, I can see Alex Hormozy as a peer. I can see Russell Brunson as a peer. I can see all these fools who are out there doing big things. I can see The Rock as a peer. That blew my mind. And that was one of the false beliefs I had was that I always have to look up to them and I can't ever get to their level or I can't ever get beyond their level. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I took away from this. But there's so much more that he talked about. Another thing he said was to work with businesses that understand the value that I'm bringing. Work with businesses that understand the value of marketing, the value of funnels, the value of copywriting, webinars, converting. I got to work with brands that understand the language, that understand exactly what I'm trying to do because then they'll give me the money that I deserve and I will give them the value that they know I can deliver. And it's just a win-win situation for the both of us. And while I'm young, he also said I really have to focus in on my brand and building my brand. Exactly what that's going to be because his brand that he built was Oahu Genius, which is which is the OG brand. And he you see him a lot on social media. He says, "Hey OGs, you got to do this, my brother," with the pigeon accent. But I gotta find my brand and find what I'm trying to do. The thing that I was kind of set on was this Pacific Voyager, these Pacific Islander entrepreneurs who are in the world super successful, doing business, and I'm trying to bring them together. That's the brand I'm trying to build. That's the brand I'm trying to create. And it's gonna take a while before I get there, but I'm gonna get there. And he also said, your name is everything. I heard this in a podcast once by Alex Ramosi. He said, your reputation is everything because if you ruin your name, if you ruin your reputation, you're done. You are over with. No one else is gonna trust you. No one else is gonna believe you, work with you, do business with you. So if you screw someone over, that's gonna come back to bite you. So you do not want to mess up your name, and you do not want to ever underdeliver, ever not deliver results. He also said to focus on learning corporate versus entrepreneur. It's super important to learn both sides of this to understand how they can work together, how they differ, which one I want to go into, which one works best for me, the type of mentality you have to have for both of them. It's super vital to understand the differences and the similarities between those because that'll really help me in my future with working with corporate, working with entrepreneurs, building businesses. And he really shifted my mind on college because previously I've listened to Gary Vee, Alex Hormozy, Russell Brunson, all of them say formal education sucks. Formal education isn't worth it. College isn't worth it. Don't go to college. But he really shifted my mind in that college isn't just for the education. Actually, college isn't for education. Not for education, but that's not the main priority. The main priority of college, he said, is to network, is the people you're gonna meet. Because 5, 10 years from now, everyone on campus is gonna graduate and they're gonna go on to do big things. There are billionaires walking around on campus. There's the next Elon Musk, the next Bill Gates, the next Jeff Bezos on campus who is gonna go on to do huge things. And I have to know these fools. I have to get to know every one of them because that's how I'll be able to grow and to get to know these people. Because networking is huge. And one of the people specifically he said to get to know are the CS guys, the computer science guys. Because I was a CS guy. I was a computer science guy who couldn't really see the vision, see the opportunity, see what could be. But I have to know these CS guys because the way he put it, they'll be my soldiers. They're the ones who are going to do the work, build the thing, do the programming, get the project done. These are the guys who are actually going to do it. But the thing with these CS guys, with these engineering guys, is that they cannot see the vision. They're not visionaries. They can't see the future or what it could be. So they need someone to lead them. They need someone to give them the vision, give them the project, the assignment, and then they'll get it done. And that really makes sense because that's how I was when before I decided to pursue entrepreneurship. I just wanted to get the 9 to 5 and to get my programming assignment and then do the thing and then get my pay and that's it. But I'm now in the mindset where I have to be the visionary who gives them the assignment, who gives them the project for them to go and execute. And it's also important for me to learn for business, to learn the accounting, finance side of it, because that's one of his weak points that he always has to outsource is the bookkeeping and the accounting stuff. Because if I can understand that stuff, that'll take me to the next level with my skills. And to understand the tax side of things is going to be huge in not losing my money to the government. One of the things he also said to focus on was don't go all in on apps or projects or businesses, industries. Go all in on people. Because if I can surround myself with a whole bunch of smart people, really, really smart people, if I can do that, then sky is the limit. Then we're gonna go on to do huge things. If I can surround myself with good, really smart, hardworking people. Because I have to be the visionary who gives that the vision to the group, and then we can go and pursue this goal. We can go and achieve this thing. And recently, I started following Steve Larson, and his brand is Capitalist Pig, which is something that he really presses on or he really pushes is that we all got to make as much money as possible to serve as many people as possible. This is something I really agree with too, is that I want to go and make a whole bunch of money to serve a whole bunch of people. And the way Lawrence Kim put it, this is actually hilarious. When he said it, I started laughing. He said, "If you try to give while you're broke, you have nothing to give." So let me try to say that again. If you try to give while you're broke, you have nothing to give. That blew my mind. I was like, that is so true. I cannot go out and start this nonprofit or start this thing to serve people if I'm broke. So I gotta go out and get money. He said the best way to serve is to take. And I gotta go out there and take and then serve a whole bunch of people. That's my goal. That's what I'm trying to do. I think there was other stuff he mentioned, but I'm not gonna get into it because maybe I should get into it. Okay, quick tip, quick tip. When you're going to networking events, rent a car because when you rent the car, you can have a group of people and say, "Hey, brother, you wanna go downtown with me, my brother?" Hey, yo, cuz, pull up. You like go see downtown? You can, you can, you can. That was pigeon, by the way. My terrible pigeon accent. But if you can have a group of people that you can take downtown, get to know, then that'll be super, super helpful down the road. I think I really value that conversation. It was actually amazing. It was like a 45-ish, 50-minute talk, and it was literally out of the blue, and he was just spouting all this knowledge on me. That's what I found is so amazing is that I'll just reach out to all these people, and they'll just give up their time and knowledge for free, and it's super huge. Okay, okay. Before I leave, I really should talk about what I learned in this book. I'm reading Influence right now. I'm not sure who wrote it, but it's super good. And the big takeaway, the big message that I'm learning right now is called the principle of reciprocity. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but that's what I'm gonna go with. It's like reciprocating goodwill or giving back goodwill. And this is the reason why when waiters give you the check, they put that little fortune cookie on it, or they put the little mint on it. It's because when we receive it as the customer, then we're more likely to tip them more. And this is also the same reason why restaurants love giving free samples because when you give free samples, people are more likely to give back. They there's a mind shift in them that they want to go out and they want to give back to the person who just gave them this free thing. But the way it works is the principle is that when people do things for us, we have an obligation, or we feel an obligation to return them a favor. When people do favors for us, we have this desire to do the same thing back. And there's a lot more it goes into where people can use this for evil. Where if I go and I give someone and I give someone something for free, then they're indebted to me. They feel indebted to me. And I can use that to my advantage. And there's another side to this where I can give something for free and then get a whole bunch more upside in return. And the example he gave is that someone gave a Coke bottle to out for free. They gave free Coke bottles. And when they give a Coke bottle, let's say it's what, $1 per bottle, maybe two. Let's say it's like $1 each, and then you're selling $5 raffle tickets. If you give them a free Coke bottle, they're gonna buy, or at least in the story, they'll buy two raffle tickets. They're more likely to buy two raffle tickets. And you can see this huge upside where I give them this dollar thing and they feel obligated or they're more likely to buy my $10 thing, which is crazy to think about. That that you can receive this huge upside from giving them something for free. And then another part to the rule of I think it's called rule of reciprocity. I'm not sure what it's called. I gotta look up the pronunciation. But the other side to this is also it's this idea of consension, mutual consent, something like that. Where if I concede, then you also feel the need to concede. And let me paint this out in an analogy. If I'm, for example, a Boy Scout trying to sell some cookies, maybe a Girl Scout, but I'm a Boy Scout. Let's say Boy Scouts sell these crackers or cookies or whatever, and I'm knocking on the door and I'm gonna sell this $5 cookie, and they don't buy it. They really don't want to buy it. If I can see it and say, okay, then at least buy this $1 thing, then they'll also feel the need to concede. They'll, and they feel the need to, okay, very well, I guess I'll buy it. And that's huge. That's crazy because we can apply this to business or we can apply this to marketing. Where if we put up an offer as a concession, if we put in an offer as if we're conceding something, then they also feel the need to concede and say, okay, I guess I'll buy it. Okay, I'll also concede. I'll buy it too. That idea is huge. That idea is crazy. And that just blew my mind. All the stuff I'm learning is actually insane. But I just have to figure out a way to actually implement it and make money from this stuff. Because ideas are useless if there's no action behind it. Knowledge is useless if I can't do something with it. So I gotta work on actually implementing this stuff. And I really hope I can do something with Coach V. I can do something with my income where I do eventually make some money. Because then I can start doing real stuff. And I can't wait for that. But till then, talk to you.